What's up, good people, and welcome back to YouTube from Scratch, where we step you through the entire process of creating videos for YouTube and growing your channel from scratch to monetization and beyond. So today we're going to talk about something really important because it's one of those things that really can make or break your channel going forward. And we're right here at the point where we really need to talk about it. So we just started this channel maybe 5 days ago. This is our 5th video. And we are at the point where usually this is the time where people go off the rails. Usually right now, after you've created and uploaded a few videos, and you've done everything you think you can do right. We've already went through all the steps, and there are no views. You don't get any views. So people start to do one or two things. They start to panic. They start to think, oh man, what do I need to do? Let me go check and see how I need to get these views and subscribers coming in, because right now you have no views and no subscribers, and you're really trying to figure out, how do I get from point A to point Z without going from B to C to D and all through the other steps. And also, you're not trying to figure out what it takes to grow your channel. You're just trying to get there as fast as you can. So this is where we really start going off the rails, and people start to do a number of things like sub for sub. They start to try to really attract people to their channel that really don't care about their content. So to not do that, I want to advise right now, please just take a beat, take a step back. And this is the perfect time to start looking at your analytics and seeing what is really happening. Because right now, you don't have anything to kind of pull your channel in any direction but up. So really, this is the great time, the perfect time to really take a step back and really look at what's happening. So we're going to look at the click-through rate and audience retention. These are the first two metrics that we can really start to look at now that we've uploaded some videos and we have really had a chance to sit back and see if any views are coming in, see if any subscribers are coming in. This is a perfect opportunity now to really start looking at our analytics to really analyze what is happening. Because every time you upload a video, basically what happens is YouTube tries to pair your video with the people or the right audience. So when that is happening, you're getting what is called impressions. So every time you upload a video, YouTube instantly starts to pair your video with a potential audience. Now, those impressions that you're getting is, that's when people, your video is showing up in people's feeds, on their homepage, on all these different areas, and it's either up to them to click on it or not. Now, when they don't click on it, that means that your click-through rate is going to be very low. So you can take a look at your click-through rate and see if you have a certain number of impressions. So for instance, if you're uploading a video for the first time and you have 20 impressions, but your click-through rate is 0.1, or 0, you're not getting any views. That means that, yes, your video is being presented to people, but they're not interested in it based on your thumbnail. Because remember, your thumbnail is your first line of offense when it comes to people clicking on your videos and people, coming to your channel. So that's a good indicator that, hey, we need to look at our thumbnails and try to up our game when it comes to thumbnails. So how do we do that? The best thing to do now is to start looking at people in your niche that are successful. So if you can search the same title that you put in for your video, you can kind of search those titles and see what comes up, see what videos come up to the top and what videos surface. And if those videos are good and you would click on those thumbnails, then that's a good indicator of, hey, maybe I need to start at least making my thumbnails as good or better than the ones that I see. So that's the first metric. And then if you are getting clicks, so for instance, we have uploaded 5 videos. If you are getting initial views, now taking a look at your click-through rate and your audience retention. When you look at your audience retention, that is how long someone is watching your videos. that is also another marker for the YouTube algorithm, whether they're going to serve your videos to anyone else. So, the two main things that kind of catapult your channel, especially a new channel specifically, are your click-through rate and your audience retention, because those are the only two metrics right now that we have to go by, or anybody, or the system has to go by, to say whether your content and your channel is viable yet. So once your content is clicked, if people are watching the content to the end, or watching at least the majority of the content, then that signals to YouTube that, hey, this may be something of value, so let me send it to a few more people that are the same audience type that I sent it to previously. And then that's when you start to get the snowball effect of growth, and you can end up with a viral video just on a few videos that you've uploaded. And it's happened. Some people, their first week uploading to YouTube, they upload, a video and it goes viral. Why that happens is for the same reason that I'm explaining now. Their click-through rate and their audience retention is high, and it's high enough that YouTube continues to send those videos out to other people. So what do we want to do now? We want to take a look at our audience retention and our click-through rate and start to make improvements there in our process, and not get bogged down with, oh my God, I'm not getting views, so let me start to go and get on these forums and start to call my friends and family to have them sub to my channel and all that stuff. Don't do those things at this point, because it really is going to not help your channel grow in the long run, and also could potentially hurt your channel if you do those things. Specifically sub for sub. So that's where you go on these forums or go in other places and say, I'm a creator, you're a creator, let's follow each other and support and grow our channel together. Now, you can do that, and in a lot of cases you'll grow really quickly. There are a lot of channels that have massive followings that have grown their channels with other content creators. And the problem is that once they get to a point of diminishing returns, which means once they get to the point where they can't give so much time to watching other people's content in return for them to watch their content, their growth stops. And it usually happens right around the 5,000 to 10,000 subscriber mark, because there's just not enough hours in a day and not enough time to continually watch other people's content and have them watch your content and do that sub for sub and view for view type of thing for your channel. So I would advise specifically against that, and let the YouTube algorithm do the work. And that's the thing, YouTube is trying to do the work for you anyway. That's the beauty of YouTube. It's trying to always serve your channel and serve your content to the people that will most likely watch it. That's its whole mechanism. So why not allow YouTube to do that work and just give YouTube what it needs to do its job effectively? That way your channel will grow at a steady pace and a rapid pace once it takes hold. And the other thing you have to understand is that with a new channel and with new content, you haven't had time for the YouTube algorithm to index your content yet. So think about it. This is the second largest search engine in the world right now. You have YouTube, you have Google. Those are two of the largest search engines. With a search engine this large, obviously it's going to take time for the search engine to index your particular content, because content is constantly coming into the platform daily, hourly, by the minute. So give it time, give the system time to kind of catch up with your content, to index your content, and trust me, you will see growth. And if you've done the work that we kind of mentioned in the past videos of making sure that your titles are titles that you can specifically rank for, using the tools that like TubeBuddy and the other tools that we kind of mentioned in previous videos, if you make sure that you have titles that are searchable, then you're going to start coming up in search, and people are going to start coming to your channel, and you'll start getting some initial views from that traffic as well. So as your traffic is coming in, but just make sure you're paying attention to keeping your viewers engaged with your videos and making sure that they're watching as much of your video as possible, because that, again, is that second indicator or second metric for the YouTube algorithm to say, hey, this is a viable channel, and let me push it out. Let me push this content out to more people. I hope this was really helpful, and I know that you guys are at a point where you want to grow your channels, and we're always going to be striving towards that, and we're going to help with that process on this channel. So definitely, if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing, and do like this video if you found value in it. I love all you guys, and we'll see you in the next one.